Om Sri Sai Ram. My most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of Mother Sai. Myself, Sunil Namdev. Today we have to start our computer class. First of all, we have to start 3 Omkars. Sai Ram. Our first chapter is Computer Fundamental. Computer Fundamental means basic knowledge of computer parts. All the computer process and its parts and how it works, all that information comes on the computer fundamental. Means basic knowledge of our computer process and its parts. A computer can perform a variety of functions depending upon the instructions given to it. A computer first takes in raw data, facts, figures as input, process it according to the given instructions and then gives the result as output. So, a computer performs 3 basic operations: input, process and output. To convert raw data into meaningful information, data and instruction are given to the computer through input device. Input device include keyboard, mouse, scanner, magnetic ink, character reader, optical mark reader, microphone, tablet pen, webcam, etc. Data received from input devices is converted into a form that the computer can understand. This data is then processed in the Central Processing Unit (CPU). After the data has been processed, the computer system generates the output. Output is displayed on output devices such as the monitor, printer, projector and plotter. It can also be stored on storage devices. So, storage is the fourth operations performed by a computer system. In the previous class, we are already learned the basic operations of computers. There are 3 basic operations performed by the computer. First is input, second is process and then after output. Whatever instruction we have given, that is considered as an input and that's are in a raw material. And after the given input, whatever process you want to do, that process will be processing in our CPU. That's called a process. And then after the processing, whatever result you get from your computer and you can see on your monitor, that's called as the output. There are so many input devices and output devices. But for the processing, only one device is used, that's called as a CPU, Central Processing Unit. And fourth one operation is also, that's the storage. To store your information or data or instruction. You can see in this diagram, this process is displayed by this diagram. First of all, we have to learn about the Central Processing Unit. Means that's a CPU. All of you know about the CPU? Yes. The Central Processing Unit or simply the processor is the brain of a computer. The CPU performs operations depending upon the instructions given to it. The CPU has 3 main components: the Arithmetic Logical Unit ALU, the Control Unit CU and the Memory or Storage Unit. These are 3 main units in computer CPU. First is ALU, then second is CU and third is Memory or Storage Unit. ALU, Arithmetic Logic Unit. The ALU does all types of arithmetic operations. Let us take the example of multiplying 2 numbers. The numbers that you give as input are first sent to the memory of the CPU. From the memory, they are sent on the ALU for multiplication. The ALU perform the calculation and send the result back to the memory. What is the work of ALU? ALU is doing the arithmetic work or logical work. Whatever instruction or calculation you want to do on the computer, after given your instruction or input is transferred to the ALU unit. It will be processed according to your commands or instruction, and then after it perform the calculation and send the results back to the memory. Next is control unit, CU. The CU is the most important part of the CPU. It manages the controls, the activities of all other units. The CU gets the data and instructions from the memory. It then tells the ALU what operation to perform on that data. The CU also helps in communication between the memory and the ALU. After the execution of an instruction is completed, the CU sends a signal to the memory to send the next instruction. It also controls the flow of data from the input devices to memory and from the memory to output devices. In short, in our traffic signal point, we are having the traffic police to control all the traffic. Same work is done by CU, control unit, in our CPU. It's control all the parts or unit. All the processing are controlled by the CU. It is the most important part of the CPU. Then after, memory or storage unit. The unit temporarily stores data and instructions that are used for processing. This unit stores data for the temporary, because whatever instruction you have given to the computer, it needs some space or memory to store. Then after, it can go for the process. Next is input devices. An input device is a hardware component that is used to enter data into a computer. The input devices converts the input received from the user into a machine-readable format. The most commonly used input devices are the keyboard and the mouse. Some other input devices are optical mark reader, OMR, magnetic ink character reader, MICR, barcode reader, scanner, touch screen, digital camera, webcam, and so on. All these are the input devices which are used to give instruction or commands to the computer. And what is the work of input device? Yes, whatever instruction you are given, it's convert the instruction or code into the machine readable format. First input device is keyboard. This is the most commonly used input device. We are always using the keyboard to give the instruction, input letters, numbers, and other symbols into a computer. A keyboard has different keys that can be used to perform different functions. Next is mouse. A mouse controls the movement of a pointer on the screen. It is also used to select various objects on the screen. A mouse has a left button and a right button. You can give instruction to a computer by clicking these two buttons. There is a scroll wheel between these two buttons. This is the second most important input device in a computer. Without mouse, we cannot do any work. All of you see in the mouse, there are two buttons, left button and right button. And in the center, it is the scroll wheel. And whenever you move the mouse pointer will be moved on your screen. This device is also called as a pointing device. Next input device is the optical mark reader, OMR. An optical mark reader is a device that reads pencil or pen marks on a specially designed sheet of paper. Such sheets are known as OMR sheet. OMR sheets are used in objective type examination and application forms. OMR, optical mark reader. This device is used to read special marks on a specially designed sheet of paper. There are so many exams are taken by the OMR method. To check that seed, we are using this device. This is easily and accurately check the answer and give us correct result in a short time. Next is a MICR, Magnetic Ink Character Reader, and MICR is commonly used in banks to read the specially character printed at the bottom of a check. These characters are printed in magnetic ink, and MICR reads those characters and sends the information to the computer. Magnetic ink characters are difficult to duplicate and hence are used extensively in bank checks and drafts. This input device is used to read the special character on your checkbook or draft. This device is always used in a bank. You can see at the bottom of your check the special character is written there, that is the magnetic ink characters, and that can be read only by this device. Why the banks are using this type of character in check? Because this type of magnetic ink character are difficult to duplicate. That's why banks are used in checkbook or your drafts. Next is barcode reader. A barcode is a group of vertical lines or bars. These bars contains information about the product on which is printed. A barcode reader scans the barcodes and sends the information into the computer. The computer then displays details of the product such as the name, price, etc. Students, if you visited at the supermarket like as a D-Mart, Reliance Mall, Big Bazaar, on their cash counter, that fellow are using that machine to read your product's barcode. If that machine is scanned on your products, that price or details of your product will be displayed on the computer screen. That is easily they can identify the price or name of the product, and that is the small input device they can handle on their hand. And barcodes are a group of vertical lines or bars. Next input device is digital camera. A digital camera captures and stores photographs on a memory card. The photographs can then be uploaded on a computer. That's why it's called the input device. Whatever photos or images or videos you capture by this digital camera, you can directly transfer by connecting the computer. All these are the input devices. First is keyboard, mouse, optical mark reader, magnetic ink character reader, barcode reader, and digital camera. All these are the input devices which are used in our daily life. Next is memory and storage devices. Memory is the hardware where the data and instructions are stored. Memory is mainly of three types: primary or main memory, secondary memory, and cache memory. First is the primary or main memory. Primary memory holds the data and instructions on which a computer is currently working. Primary memory is small and cannot hold a large amount of data. The data in it is lost when the computer is switched off. Primary memory consists of random access memory, RAM, and read-only memory, ROM. Primary memory is the temporary storage memory. Primary memory cannot store a large amount of data, and whenever your computer is switched off, it lost the data. In the primary memory, there are two types of memory: random access memory, RAM, and read-only memory, ROM. Random access memory, RAM, is the place in a computer where the data and instruction in current use are kept. RAM consists of memory chips. A CPU can read data from it and also write data onto it is a very short time. RAM is also called versatile memory because it stores data only as long as power is turned on. RAM stores data for the processing. Whatever you instruction or commands you give to computer, that are stores in a RAM for the temporary time, for the only processing time. What is the full form of RAM? रैंडम एक्सेस मेमोरी। समटाइम्स व्हाट्स हैपन, आप वर्क कर रहे हैं और डायरेक्टली लाइट चली जाती है और आपका कंप्यूटर बंद हो जाता है, तो जो भी आपने वर्क किया वो क्या होता है, यू विल बी लॉस्ट योर डेटा। व्हाई? क्योंकि वो रैम के अंदर स्टोर था, टेम्पररी मेमोरी के अंदर। इट्स नॉट स्टोर्ड इन अ परमानेंटली मेमोरी। ओके, नेक्स्ट इज द रोम, read only memory. A ROM tells the computer what to do after you switch it on. A CPU can only read data from it. ROM is a permanent memory system as the data once written on it. ROM is a permanent memory system as the data once written on it remain fixed and cannot be changed. ROM is also called non-volatile memory because it does not lose data even after the power is turned off. You can see in a picture, this is a RAM and this is a ROM. This ROM is fixed whenever the computer or that hardware part are manufactured, and all the instruction and all the data are fixed on that time. You cannot change on that data or instructions. These data and instruction are permanently stored on this ROM. अगर आपकी लाइट भी चली जाए, बंद हो जाए, तो भी वो डेटा उड़ता नहीं है। Whenever you switch on your computer, ROM help to computer start. All the starting instructions and codes are fixed in that ROM. Here is given the difference between the ROM and RAM. What is the storage difference, nature and use? You can read it carefully. Next is the secondary memory. Secondary memory is the memory in which data and programs are stored permanently. This type of memory is also known as external memory. A CPU does not access this memory directly. Devices on which data can be stored permanently are known as secondary storage devices. Hard disk, CDs, DVDs, USB flash drive and memory cards are some secondary storage devices. Secondary storage devices store the data permanently. Whatever data or instruction or program you stored on these secondary devices, that data will be stored permanently, and that's are not directly accessed. And that secondary memory are not directly accessed. You have to connect these with the CPU. This is the hard disk that will be placed inside your CPU box. All of you know this is a CD. All are you using this? Yes. And this is your flash drive. USB flash drive means pen drive. Okay students, today's class is over. Next time we have to continue. Do the Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sai Ram.